Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to get right into your reading now. Energies are shifting fast. We are all going through a massive evolutionary shift as human beings. Our physical bodies are feeling it. We're feeling it emotionally. A lot of emotions are coming up to the surface from the cellular memory into our thoughts and memories. And if you're feeling anything that you need to release, this is the time to do it. So we're going to start off with the native spirit to see what message is in here for you. And then we're going to go right into the shamanic healing before we get into tarot. So this is a message for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Cancer. Keep in mind, these are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it's not resonating for you. Check with your moon sign or your rising sign or any of the other zodiac that may be standing out for you at this time. All right, calling in the guides, the angels, the archangels, ascended masters. Calling in our ancestors of the highest light, our galactic family, star tribe. Please join us for this message and assist me in being a clear channel for the messages to come through for everyone's highest and greatest good. Oh, Cancer. I'm feeling a change. We have the great mystery to start off with. And I'm instantly looking at the aurora borealis, which speaks of the sun, the solar, the aurora, the solar activity, the solar flares and CMEs that we are all receiving. We're able to see these northern lights a lot further south in other areas. But more so, we are feeling a lot more. We have a lot of energy coming onto the planet. Let's get into the great mystery. It says, have faith and know that you are divinely guided. Even when you have doubts, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Believe. You've planted your seeds. Now allow the Creator to do the rest. Even if you can't see into the future, have faith that the path will be illuminated and go forward. If you have any recurring challenges, turn them over to the Creator. Not my will, but thy will be done. So this is also asking to surrender to the great mystery, Cancer. You've done all that you can at this point, and now it is time to really tune in to your internal guidance. Relax, trust. It's that saying, you know, instead of I'll believe it when I see it, it's more of I'll see it when I believe it. So ask what you have done, now believe, and be open to receiving. We're going to get a couple messages from the shamanic healing before we get into the tarot for Cancer. Okay. And we have changes. We'll read this one from the book as well. And we are all going through some great changes, stripping away a lot of the false old pretenses that we once believed in, or, you know, this goes from beliefs to beliefs about yourself, beliefs about life in general. We're going through a lot of changes. We're growing, evolving. Let's read it from the book. Like ripples from the smallest drop of water in a pond, the smallest of changes in one's life can bring about the greatest rewards. Think about changes you can make in your life. These do not have to be grand, sweeping changes. Judicious, small changes can add up to life's changes after time. Think about small changes you can make now that will add to your quality of life. Clean out clutter. Commit to walking every night after dinner. Cut out processed foods from your life. Alternately, big changes are coming your way. And I know, like most people, we really like to know what's coming our way. I feel like you can feel the big changes coming your way, but surrender to the great mystery, because it is something that you have already put out to the universe. So now, instead of sitting around wondering or waiting, where is it or what is it? Enjoy your life. Make some small changes in your life. Whatever it is, make sure that you're enjoying every moment in life. The joy is in the journey. It's not about the destination that we're going to. The energies that the universe is very receptive to as far as giving to us is the attitude of gratitude and enjoyment, happiness, well-being. All right, let's start off with some psychic tarot for you, Cancer. Get a little more in depth into these changes that are coming your way. I know Venus is going retrograde. She's in pre-shadow already, so she's completely slowed down. We have, and she's in Leo. She'll be in retrograde for 40 days and 40 nights. And that is going to be a big change and shift in the way that we relate to ourselves and to others. Big changes in our relationships. We're learning a lot through our relationships to others. We also have the north and south node of the moon now in Aries and Libra, and we have Pluto squaring the moon's nodes still. This is also indicating great changes in our relationships. Let's begin for Cancer. We have recognition and reward. I think that there's something big that you're starting to recognize within yourself. Recognizing maybe how you, it's the saying, as within, so without. However you are perceiving yourself, the love that you're giving yourself is how you're going to be perceived and received by others. We have positive movement forward. So there's some great shift in your attitude towards yourself, possibly, attitude towards life, and that is being recognized by the universe, and you will be rewarded by it. There is positive movement forward here, Cancer. And we've all gone through some great, challenges over the past few years. Patience and planning. These are all earth cards. So these are things that are very attainable. These are experiences that you will be having. Solar plexus chakra at the bottom speaks all about our self-esteem, our self-worth, the way we value, and how we take our own self-esteem and self-worth, our confidence, our inner confidence, and what we put out from that. This is what's changing for you, Cancer. You're becoming more confident in yourself. You're having a lot more, a better self-esteem and self-worth. That is being recognized and rewarded by the universe with some positive movement forward for you. Please be patient with the process as things are unfolding behind the scenes. And also, to understand the cycles of life, that things don't always change rapidly. Sometimes we go through the summer season into the fall, where then everything that was once grown and fruitful suddenly starts to die off. But we don't panic about the leaves falling off of the trees. We know that they're going to grow back in the next spring season. So be patient with this process. I know when we have deep desires for something, it's very hard to be patient when you can sense that you've done all that you can do, and now you're taking a deep dive inward to work on your internal energy and your personal life. Of course, there's always that anticipation of, I'm doing this work within myself. I want to see it outside of myself, and truly you will. Having those expectations, though, can sometimes take a turn on us, and it can trigger not only impatience, but then doubt and fear and anxiety and worry that it's not going to happen. So whatever it is that you're asking about, Cancer, know that it is happening. It is happening for even better than you could ever expect. So let the universe do its part now. Continue to focus on yourself. Continue to focus on your self-confidence, self-worth, giving yourself love. Let's dive a little deeper into this. Let's start with recognition and reward for Cancer. Prince of Swords. So something that you had not recognized or realized within yourself is suddenly coming to the forefront of your mind. And it's almost like, oh, I see. I actually wasn't valuing myself, and this is why. Maybe you were in a relationship, or you're having a situation with another person that at one point in time wasn't treating you fairly or giving you the appreciation that you deserve, but were you giving that to yourself? This clarity is coming to you now, and you're starting to recognize yourself and recognize where you may have not been treating yourself very nicely. 9 of Cups. Positive movement forward. This is towards what is your true desire. This is what you've been putting out there. These are the seeds that you've planted. This is love. This is adoration. This is beauty. This is Venus all the way. True, something that you cannot even imagine, Cancer, in your mind coming to life. Positive movement forward. That makes your heart sing. And I think some of the clarity here was that we have to give that to ourselves first and foremost, right? We are responsible for our own happiness. And I know that that's really difficult to say to yourself and hear when we're going through a grief process, or we're in a lot of pain from a situation that is really hard to release. But it looks like you're releasing it, and that recognition, that realization that I'm finally able to release this, whatever it is, anger, denial, betrayal, depression. Life is starting to open up for you more. And you're beginning to see the beauty of those seeds that you planted. You're starting to see some positivity open up for you. And I'm hearing for some of you, your heart is totally singing. Like you're there. The Lovers. The Lovers also came out in reverse. So in the past, this connection, there's a deep connection, a soul connection, a soul contract. Check out the video that I did last week called Soul Contracts. Why can't I get this person out of my head? That may help you. or you're coming to those realizations now. But still, be patient. Be patient. And it's not necessarily the same. Maybe you have somebody in your life that really opened you up, opened your heart up, opened you up to life, brought you back to life, and now they're not in your life anymore, and that brought the grief process. And we spiral and we go through all of the phases of the grief process, which everybody is, different and unique to themselves. But there's anger, there's denial, there's bargaining, and there's depression. And then we get to acceptance. And it doesn't have to be in that order either. And for some, it can take years. For others, it can take months. It really depends. But be patient, because your true soul connections and soul contracts we are all becoming more in alignment with self so that we can align with each other. Also, check out the video that I did yesterday called, what did I call it? Navigating these intense energies, because it spells out a lot of what I'm talking about here through some of my personal experiences. Princess of Wands, there you go. There you go, Cancer. Princess of Wands is, she's happy with herself. She's confident. She's kind of like bohemian a little bit. Like, I'm going to have my own style, my own way, and I'm proud, loud and proud as to who I am. Solar plexus. Princess of Wands. There you go. Dive a little deeper into this one for you, Cancer. If you're wondering why I'm standing, it also has to do with what I was mentioning in the video, navigating these intense energies. We're having a lot of intense energy coming on the planet right now. And for me, my crown chakra was heavily impacted, but allowing the energies to flow through my body. I've had stuck energy as well. And a lot of that stuck energy is my low back and sacroiliac joint. It's painful to sit at times. So I'm still working through my stuff and my energies and moving the energy through my body and doing much better now. But yeah, you may be having some symptoms, similar symptoms, inflammations, aches and pains. Some people are getting sick. A lot of people that are reporting the same kind of headaches that I've been having, which I don't typically get headaches, and they're in the back of the head, the occipital lobe. Okay, beautiful. Wheel of Fortune, ending of a very heavy duty, long-lasting karmic cycle. This cycle is coming to completion, and you are the one that is completing it, giving yourself what you were missing from another or others. Putting in the work towards your own self-love, your needs. Your needs matter. Your feelings matter. Maybe you hadn't been heard or seen. And the universe is like, turn that around, turn that inward, hear yourself, see yourself. What are you giving to yourself? You've got a lot of clarity there where you weren't able to see it before. We were always rewarded when we have these deep, profound aha moments. It's an energetic exchange. Life is all energy, and energy is our emotions, our energy in motion. So when we suppress, repress, deny emotions, they get stuck in the body. We get stuck in cycles. When we don't release, fully feel the deep, deep, deep feelings and allow them to flow through us without attaching a story to them. If we don't allow them, they not only get stuck in the body, we end up repeating. We think we've, like maybe we cried, yeah, and stuff, but no, I'm talking like some deep, deep, deep. Because it goes deeper than even this person. It goes way deeper, and it always comes back to self and self-love and self-esteem. self-confidence. So allowing to go to the depths of that is what's really truly going to release you from the grips that this energy had on you. Otherwise, we end up repeating the same cycle over and over again. Psychologically, it's still stuck in the stories, the thoughts get stuck in the mind, or they come back up into the mind, and we're never truly releasing them. Death. This is going through a complete and utter transformation. Wow. And what are we transforming? Exactly what I was just saying. That stuck energy that had its grips on us. Those deep emotions, those deep feelings, those deep thoughts, impressions that were stuck within us that just kept us repeating a cycle over and over and over and over again. Coming out of that and coming into being able to fulfill our own heart's desire, fill our cup up and feel the love that is all around us. I'm going to get into a little bit of advice for you, Cancer. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I feel it. I'm in there. I'm right there with you. Had some really deep emotional purges this week. And just when you think you can't release any more, here comes more, right? But it's important to, have a safe space, a safe place to release these deep-seated emotions so that they don't keep a hold on us. And when these emotions have a hold on us, our thinking, our perception is off, and we start to have certain behaviors and patterns that we typically would not have or enact in, except that we haven't fully released from some form of grief process. It's all goes back down to the grief process and not fully completing it. Not coming to acceptance and self-love, honoring the process. Loneliness. Another thing that you are recognizing and understanding is that this has to do with, and it goes back to childhood for most of us, when we start to play a facade or a part when we're in relationship to others, when we're not being fully ourselves at all times, we're not showing the real us. You're not showing the real you. I'm just going to say you. You're not showing the real you. And then you tend to feel very lonely and isolated in relationships that nobody understands you. Well, this is because you have not been expressing all of you. And when you are trying to express all of you, it's coming out in a very distorted way. But regardless, this is also to understand that if you're in a relationship with others who you're afraid they're not going to love or like or accept you for all of you, then and they truly aren't, then that is not the right relationship for you. So we do go through this period of loneliness. I know that I am never alone, Cancer. You are never alone. Sometimes we have to go through that stage and phase for a while before we come out the other side realizing that I wasn't being true to myself. I wasn't being all of myself. I wasn't honoring my feelings, validating my true feelings. If you're asking for someone else to validate your feelings, well, take a look at yourself. Are you validating your own feelings? Or are you trying to be strong? I played that part a long time. I still have a trouble with that one sometimes. I have trouble asking for help, which I had to do this week when it came to almost an emotional breakdown. Maybe you're having a similar experience. But this is what you're overcoming. You are not alone. And once you are truly your authentic self at all times, and you are accepting all of you, loving all of you, you're going to magnetically attract to you those who are just like you. And you can just be you all the time. How wonderful and brilliant is that? That is the new paradigm of relationships on this planet. And we are the front runners of this new paradigm within relationships. We have guilt. So as you release any negative self-talk, any beliefs, maybe you had acted or reacted to others because you had certain beliefs that you were not being respected, honored, loved, cherished for who you are. And now you see it turned around and you start to feel bad or guilty. Release the guilt. Don't carry the guilt. Trust me when I say don't carry the guilt, because that will end up, you'll repeat that cycle again then too. But guilt, you're doing a lot of work to release beliefs that are no longer serving you. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. This cycle is over, Cancer. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've come a long way. It is not easy at all. I have the chills. Success. Grief. Overall message is about the grief process, Cancer. And it seems as though you are coming through the other side, accepting everything that you have experienced and gone through, or learning from it. Learning and giving to yourself. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. But success came through under death and the Lovers with patience and planning. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So whatever resentments you may have been harboring, whatever anger you may have been harboring, release them now. Release them now. Honor the grief process that you had to go through to understand deeper, at a very deep soul level, why you went through what you went through, and how you're never going to have to go through that again, because it looks as though this is over. There are great changes that are happening here, Cancer, so congratulations on that. Let's get some advice for you. And Cancer, if you are liking this video so far, please, if you don't mind, as an energetic exchange, click the like button, the thumbs up button below this video for me. I would greatly appreciate it. It truly helps with the algorithms on YouTube. It helps with the growth of the channel, and it helps to get the messages out into circulation for more people to hear. Also, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And feel free to comment. I love to read all of your comments. And last but not least, if you are looking for a personal one-on-one reading, Cancer, with me, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. That information is in the description box below this video as well. And the prices for readings are still on sale. So the prices are marked on the website already. Take advantage of the reduced prices now before they go back up. Advice for Cancer, please. Okay. Let's sit down for this one. Oh. And again, if you have not listened to, check out the video that I did yesterday called Navigating These Intense Energies. Because these cards are spelling out everything. The first one through, you're not for everyone. And we have to be okay with that. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. And the other card that came through is Cracked Open. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So let's read You're Not For Everyone. If I can find it. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who'll love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and they will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them, and they're not for you. Politely wave them on their way and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, your own weirdness, to let the world see who you truly are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. So you may have definitely had a soul contract with someone who really showed you who you're not or who is not for you. This could be in the past. This could be in the recent past. But this is definitely something that you're coming out the other side of for sure. And really getting a deeper understanding as to why you had to have that interaction or soul connection to begin with. Because it cracked you open. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home, into your body, at the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life's trials, that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen, so surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay, well, Cancer, that explains everything. Surrender to the great mystery as well, because there are such great changes that are headed your way. And it seems as though you are also making great changes to yourself and your life as well. So that's what I have for you this week, Cancer. I hope that you find this helpful for you. And I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.